Hey girls. So, really random topic for the beginning of my channel, but I just had to get this out. Um, because of just the cringe I feel whenever I enter into these groups to either, well, I wouldn't say expose, but just to learn about the dynamics essentially going on in these groups. Essentially, a lot of hypergamy groups are just pick me groups in disguise. Like, under the guise of female empowerment, it will be truly just the goal of just being a better pick me, but it's under the guise of a bunch of very aesthetic Instagram pink, flowery, like bullshit. And they sell this. I feel like these groups are very harmful because they sell this dream to younger women. This dream that, the 1950s culture is essentially true, is the standard. And they sell this idea, as they did with the women at the time, that, oh, well, we really, especially if you're from the South, the channel Melanie Hamlet, go check her out, will definitely tell you this. They have this idea that, oh, well, you're kind of actually running this show, but you let the man think that he is in charge of everything. And, the man is the head and the lady is the neck and this and that. And it's just performative nonsense that you have to do to stroke a guy's ego in order to make him feel better, with little to no return. And these women think that they're getting a huge return, which I think is sad, but they think they're getting a huge return simply by living in their house. Anybody can live at anybody's house. It's not hard to find somebody to couch with. These women think that they're getting the high end of the deal because they get to take into a fancy restaurant occasionally here and there. Their bills aren't being paid. They're not getting lavish gifts on a consistent basis. They're giving up the cat very early on a consistent basis, giving access to their not only physical energy but emotional energy to this. Oh my gosh, some people under the guise of being sugar babies are living with these men, having their babies, cleaning and cooking. You're not a sugar baby. You're a glorified, I wouldn't even say glorified at that point, you're a doormat that's trapped. So essentially, under the guise of female empowerment and having control and, getting back at the man and, getting him to give you what you want and this and that, a lot of them, some of them can be genuine, but most of the time it's just performative, ungenuine nonsense, just meant to keep women in the pick me stage. I truly do. So much so that I started to suspect that, a lot of these pages are ran by mammies. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these pages were ran by men, honestly. Because of just how much they talk and how much they have to cater to a dude, how much victim blaming there are in these posts. And women telling other women how to jump through hoops and this and that too. And even though they'll say, oh, you shouldn't have done this, you should have moved on, and da-da-da, some of them will give genuine advice. Even though, the advice may seem genuine at first, if you look at the overall messaging that they say and give consistently to the people that patron their pages, is always along the lines of, this is how to make him feel better. This is how to do this. This is how to stroke his ego. There's literally posts of younger women saying, how do I stroke his ego? This and that. Look, I started to really become disturbed by this because of a book called Why Men Love Bitches, which I highly recommend. Not so much so because you want to necessarily follow the rules of the book and jump through hoops and play all these mind games against men. I don't think it's worth it. I think men should only be used for their money. So when using this book, do those mind games to get what you want, to finesse, sure. But this book, when I was reading it, was just very obviously a pick-me's guideline to, under the guise, again, of making you not a pick-me. It kind of made you a pick-me in a different way, just a more glorified pick-me that knew the game a little bit better. But in the end, the conclusion of the book, it's still, this is how you cater to his ego. This is how you make him this and that and this and that. Just so you can be in a relationship with him, which, ladies, I promise you, Like, I know we've been sold with fairy tale dreams and all that, which, by the way, majority of those are written by men. Um, Basically, a program women, in my opinion. So much romance is written by men, and those caricatures and archetypes are written by men. We've been sold a lie so that we can remain complacent. So I do recommend those books. That book, similar ones like it. How to Meet and Marry the Rich by Jeannie Gold, sure, something like that. Sure, if you're interested in the hypergamy page, join one, but just know what they are. Know that majority of them are ran by mammies or maybe men, or married couples. Gross. A lot of them have a lot of Pickmes in them, male identified women that just want to cater to men and that are just desperate and looking for love and things like that. And those pages won't help you really succeed in your hypergamy goal. They're not going to help you get what you want. If you're looking for, long-term romance or something like that, I don't think what, like, the stuff that I'll be saying in my content, it necessarily caters to you, because I do think for now women should be focusing on understanding men, their nature, how women a lot of the time are complicit in this, how we've been socialized to be complicit in it, and how a lot of these groups, under the guise of beating the system and learning learning the rules of the game, actually make you even more complicit, while making you believe that you're doing something extra. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say for now. I'll be making more videos about this soon, specific posts that I've seen on these types of things, the type of women that I encounter, to let you know why male identified women are very dangerous to be around. And I think Star actually made, I don't know if you guys follow her, made a recent post about that. I definitely recommend subscribing to her Patreon or whatever. But yeah, overall, I like to cater my content towards that. Give real life stories of actual sugaring, of actual women that have been in the field, the ups and downs of it. And I'd like to hear your stories in the future. And yeah, hopefully I can make a series of some of these women that I've encountered, so you guys can truly see how these men drive them crazy, like how literally house-centering men can throw off your mental health balance, your pH balance, everything like that. And yeah, so it was nice talking to you guys, and see you later.